Okay, we're going to start, we're doing some standing hamstrings. We're going to start on our central hamstring, the brain meridian. So we'll have something beside us to balance our body and put one foot in front of the other. Gently bend both knees, and the front leg will be the target leg. So pull your heel back, pull the leg back, feel the engagement and the resistance that you create, and keep that resistance while you fold forward. Pull your heel back, and let it go. So we'll leave our foot and leg straight ahead to get our central hamstring, the brain muscle group. It helps with the health of our brain, central nervous system. It helps tight feet. If you have neuropathy or anything like that, you want to change your central hamstring. It helps for movement and rotation in the knee. So if you have knee pain, this is a good stretch you want to do. Pull the heel back, and as you fold forward, just keep your head up as opposed to dropping it, where you'll lose resistance when you do that. Keep your hips square. Or just as you start to resist when you're standing, see what your body does in reaction to that resistive force, and then counter it a little bit. So for instance, if you pull your heel back and your body turns to the left, let it go back to the right just a little bit, and then that'll help you find a greater path of resistance. Keep your knee bent. Spend a moment in that start position, pulling your heel back. Okay, shake it out a bit, see what you notice. Now before we do the other leg, let's do some small intestines, double arms. We're going up to the top back of the shoulders and the back of the arms. Gentle bend in your knees, tuck your tailbone, press those palms together, elbows wide, and draw your elbows together. And the reason we're doing this is to see if you notice a difference in your two shoulders, in the ability of the one side to contract. Definitely a big difference. So after doing that hamstring, just on one side of the body, see how it affects our shoulders' ability to contract. And the positioning. So press those palms together, draw those elbows together. Let's do a couple more. This feels like the other arm's not even contracting. And my left arm is actually worse than my right, and right now it's much better after just doing those central hamstrings. So this is when we say the fascia is connected throughout the body. All right, shake it out. See what happened. Better result on the left side. The shoulders back a little further. Do you notice that? Okay, so let's do the other side. So if you have something going on in your neck and shoulders, it could be coming from your legs, and vice versa. If something's tight in your legs, it could be coming from something tight in your upper body. So we want to be aware of this fascial tissue, the connective tissue, where one part affects another part far away from it. When the tissue's dense or not, the muscles aren't working. So let's resist. Pull that leg back, keep those hips square. Keep our pelvis level. To start the stretch, as we fold forward, it'll pitch forward. Keep those ribs in our body. Breathing in and out through our nose. So in other words, if your shoulder's bothering you, your hamstrings can help your shoulders, all right? Keep going, keep a bend in that knee, focus on the central hamstring, focus on the resistance, and then where does your attention go? Does your body want you to reposition your feet? change the path of movement as you fold forward. Okay. All right, shake that out a little bit. See, we notice a soft foot. Another round of small intestine. Let's put our palms up above our head, elbows wide. Bend those knees. And that right arm is now firing better. Keep those ribs in your body. Press those palms together. Let those elbows be nice and wide. And we're targeting these muscles on the top back of our shoulder. So at one point, you want to put your attention there. Let it go. Keep the elbows up about shoulder height. Keep the hands away from the head as opposed to closer. You just create more resistance that way. Stay with it. Stay with it. A couple more. Okay. Shake that out a little bit. Now we're going to do this lateral hamstring. We're going to do some bladder stretches, same way we did the brain. Little step forward. Now we're going to turn that leg out a bit. We're going to get the back outside of our leg. So resist. Pull your heel back. Keep a bend in your knee. Keep pulling back. Keep pulling back as you fold forward. And your knee may want to bend more sometimes or less. You know, where does your support want to be? If you're at a couch and it doesn't move, maybe you want it in front of you instead of beside you. But try different positions. You can turn the foot out a little bit, turn the foot out maybe to 11 or 10 o'clock to get different parts of the hamstring. Breathing in and out through our nose. Stay with it, stay with that resistance, pulling your heel back. Now, just shake it out quickly. Same leg, we're going back to brain on that same leg we're working on. So we were just doing bladder, lateral, go back to central hamstring, foot straight ahead. Pull your heel back. We'll do a set of about a dozen brains here. Pull your heel back, let it go. So now the central hamstring attaches just to the inside of the lower leg. Keep a bend in your knee. Keep those ribs in your body. Couple more. Okay, shake it out. Now before we do bladder and brain on the other leg, short set, 6 to 8 reps of small intestines, elbows high and wide, press those arms together. And just see where your attention goes. Much more resistive force on the side that we just did, the bladder and the brain. The other side feels kind of weak, like it's not contracting as well. So let's just do a couple more. See what you notice. Okay. Shake it out. Now we're going to go to the other leg and do a set of lateral hamstrings. So foot forward, knees bent, turn that front leg out a little bit. Pull your heel back, pull your heel back. Ribs in, tailbone tuck, keep those hips square. So the bladder helps to improve the health of our bladder. And it helps with bone density, improves the health of your bones. And there's a really important aspect of the bones in terms of the immune system. And the leukocytes, they're basically, they go after the abhorrent red cells like the cancer cells. So you want to do bladders if that's going on in your life. Pull the heel back, let it go. Keep the head up as you fold forward. What needs to happen? I was noticing my hips were going back as I folded forward. Now I want to keep them more stable and fold forward and have the chair catch me. And that increases the resistance a great deal. So wherever your attention goes, make those adjustments. They're always meant to increase more resistance. But where your attention goes is usually where you identify, something that needs an adjustment or attention. Okay, shake it out a bit. Let's go to brain. Now the foot and leg is straight ahead. And now we're getting the central hamstring. Stay with it. Where does your attention go? You have the resistive force, you're pulling back, you're focusing on the central hamstring. Breathing in and out through your nose. Stay with it. Let's do a few more, stretching the central hamstring. Spend a moment in that start position, resisting, finding your position. Okay, shake that out. Now, see what happened. Let's do another round of small intestines, and then we'll do some stretches on the mat here. Press those palms together. Now both sides feel like they're firing more evenly. Stronger in the shoulders. Better contraction. Elbows nice and wide. Press those hands together and draw those elbows together. So the small intestine helps with digestion of proteins. Really important aspect of our digestive system. And it addresses and eliminates parasites in the body. That's what the small intestine does, amongst many other things. Couple more, stay with it, work that tissue on the back of the shoulder. Okay, shake it out. Nice open chest. We didn't stretch the chest, and see how open it feels. And we've only stretched the back of the body, and we have all this openness in the front. So you want to take note of that. Now these thymus stretches we're going to do, you can do them on the mat. But for those standing, you had a table or a chair, you can put your forearms down with the palms up on your tabletop, press forward, down into the, and keep resisting as you move forward. You stretch the outside of your arm and into your shoulders and traps, keeping the ribs up in your body. On the mat, forearms down, palms up, sit back, tuck those toes under, and then drive those arms forward. So it's an arm dominant stretch. So the first thing that wants to happen is you drive those arms down and forward and continue to drive them forward as you move forward. Reposition your arms as they move from repetition to repetition. Keep the ribs up in our body. Stay with it, stay with it. Breathing in and out through our nose. If one arm's not firing as much as the other, just put your attention on that side. And where do you feel it? What's going on? Is it happening in your triceps, the outside of your arms, the shoulders? As you go further in the stretch, feel it up in the traps in the back of your neck. Okay. Shake it out a bit. Feeling nice and warm, getting that immune system to turn on. Let's do a set of double hearts. Chest stretch, bicep stretch. Same thing on the chair. Hands down, shoulder width. Get your shoulders over your hands. Squeeze together and pull back as you sit back. So squeeze those hands together as you go back and you get your biceps. Let it go. Keep those ribs up as you go back. You gotta go. Go outside. Stay with it, stay with it. Keep the ribs up. Reposition those legs as you have to. Breathing in and out of your nose. Soften your hands, let them sink right into the mat, and make sure the hands are even, because the tendency is just to have all the weight at the ball of your thumb, at the heel of your thumb. Okay, shake it out a bit, and let's do another round of Thymus. Let's go back to Thymus. They're opposing muscle groups, so let's see what that did. The rotation is much better already. When you lay your forearms down, you have more external rotation. Breathing in and out through your nose. Drive those arms down, press them forward, press them forward. Spend a moment in that start position, driving those arms down and forward. Feeling stronger, the knees are coming up a little bit off the mat. If one arm's not firing as much as the other, just give a little attention to that side. Breathing in and out through our nose. Couple more. Okay, all right, shake that out a little bit. Warmer yet again. Now we're going to do some stretches for the inside of the arm and bicep, your forearm and bicep. So you can do that on the seat of a chair. You're going to put your palms down. Now, your fingers can point away from each other, or they can come right back toward your body. But you want to start like with your shoulders forward, elbows bent. Press your hands down and forward. Or if your fingers are pointing away, kind of squeeze together. What we want to do is stretch the forearms and the biceps. So somewhere the fingers want to point backwards. So lean forward, press down and forward, and sit back. We just want to keep those ribs up. We want to take some tension out of the front so we can do more thymus. As you might have noticed, the thymus started to burn a little bit. Press down and forward with your arms as your body moves back a little bit. Relax as you come forward. Keep those ribs in your body. Just a couple more. We want to take tension out of the forearms and the biceps a little bit so we can do more thymus. Okay. Okay, all right, shake that out a little bit. And another round of shoulder stretches for the thymus meridian. Forearms down, palms up, drive those arms forward. So now I'm noticing right away I have greater range of motion. Do you see that? You feel that? It's easier to bring your body more forward in the stretch and keep the resistance. And that's because the forearms and the biceps can now shorten more efficiently. So, there you go. Drive those arms forward. Drive those arms forward. Stay with it. Keep those ribs up. Spend a moment in that start position. Resisting. Finding your body's position where it wants to be. Okay. All right, shake those arms out a little bit. See how you feel, nice and warm, nice and loose in the shoulders and the arms. Let's do another round of bladder stretches, lateral hamstring. Put one leg in front, turn the leg out a little bit, keep a bend in your knee, and pull your heel back. Pull your heel back as you fold forward. Stay with it, stay with it. Start with your body upright, pull your heel back, tuck your tailbone, and then stay with that. Easy to get into a rhythm or a movement where you don't fully come up and you're just doing these little movements. That's also fine, but we want to kind of maximize our time here. Resist, 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 and relax on the way up. Stay with it. We're going back after the lateral hamstring, the bladder meridian. It's great for back pain and ankle pain. Couple more. Keep your head up as you fold forward. Continually pull your heel back. Pull your heel back. Pull your heel back. Okay, let's switch legs. Switch legs, and as you move around, you can feel more movement and softer knee on that side. So let's get the other leg in front of us. Knee bent. Leg turned out a little bit. And pull your heel back. Pull your heel back. Breathing in and out through your nose. If you're unmuted, if you would kindly mute yourself. We hear people talking. Keep going. Pull that heel back continuously. Stay with it. Stay with it. Tuck that tailbone. Keep those hips back as you fold forward. Keep your head up as you fold forward. Which way does your body want to turn and move as you fold forward? You know, it wants to make varying movements as well. Just pay attention to your body, where your attention goes. Okay. Last thymus, one more set of thymus for the shoulders. Forearms down, palms up. Sit back and drive those arms forward. Keep those ribs up. Stronger yet again. Stronger yet again. Stay with it. Breathing in and out through our nose. Keep those ribs up. Usually as you do more and more, the asymmetries start to identify themselves or show up. So if that one arm's not firing, put your attention on that arm. Give that arm more effort. Couple more, stay with it. Okay. All right. Move your arms around your neck, chest. You can feel the heat right over your thymus gland.